Hey, I'm Jay from TechForce, and today we are looking at, do you need a server in your small business this year in 2019, right? The answer is no. For most small businesses, you do not need a server. Why? I will show you why. But before that, I'm talking about most small businesses. Small businesses in the sense up to 250 employees. And also, I'm not talking about if you have a server already, I'm not asking you to get rid of it. But if you are looking into a collaboration or bringing in a server or looking to upgrade your old server, right, here is what to do. As I said, most businesses, unless you have files, a single file that is 2 gig, 3 gig, 4 gig, big, large. So for example, files like CAD drawings or 3D designs, and unless you have a really bad internet connection, your office is somewhere in the sticks, which for a file to download it takes a long time, then you may need a server. But again, that needs to be the situation has to be evaluated, and each business is different. But for most businesses, you do not need a server. Why? I'll show you. We speak to loads of businesses, right? 85%, if not, I would go as far as saying 90% of the businesses are on Office 365, right? Office 365. So as part of your Office 365, probably out of all those businesses, 50% of them, or maybe more than 50% of them, don't even realize what they get from Office 365, right? What most businesses think is email, right? That's what is Office 365 and Office software, yeah? But Office 365 actually gives you a ton of other stuff. As part of your subscription, you don't need to pay anything extra, right? So there is something called SharePoint, right? So SharePoint and OneDrive. Don't get confused, but let's think about this way. SharePoint is your team storage, team collaboration, the platform that enables the collaboration between your teams with group permissions and everything. It's just like your file server. If you have a server on site, a NAS box, or you have files in there and then you created permissions, right? Engineering gets these permissions, sales gets these permissions. That's exactly something you can do with SharePoint, and that is SharePoint on the cloud, right? And think about OneDrive as your home drive. If you have a personal drive on your personal storage space on your server, that's like your OneDrive. Think about it like your C drive, that's your own stuff. If you want it, you can share it with other people, but it's not the best for collaboration. If you want to save something on your own, this is good. But if you want to work with a team, then SharePoint, right? So why you don't need a server? Most business, as I said, you're on Office 365, right? And also one important thing you need to think about here is it works great if you're on Windows 10, Windows 10 Pro, right? If you're on Windows 7, Windows 8, I don't think anybody is on Windows 8, but Windows 7, please upgrade it to Windows 10 unless you have some bespoke software that are not compatible. Nowadays, most of are compatible. Windows 10, Office 365, SharePoint works a treat. It's absolutely brilliant. So what do you do in place of a server? So you're looking for, usually, most customers think about server when they think about storing files and sharing files and backing up and all that, right? And also authentication, each one having their own login, usernames and passwords and stuff. So that's called Active Directory in technical terms, right? And maybe other stuff, print server and all that. But we consider these two only in this case. Again, files. So files, what do you use is you use SharePoint for storing your files and sharing with your team, right? And also, good thing is you can share with external people. So if you have customers, you want to collaborate with them, you can share from SharePoint, and it makes you look professional as well. Also, SharePoint is it's a beast. You can do a ton of different things, but storing files is probably getting started. Probably is a basic thing it can do, right? So once you get started with SharePoint, and then once you familiarize, and as the business grows, you can do more stuff with it. You can build client portals and all that. Just beautiful stuff. You can have HR systems and people booking holidays and things like that in SharePoint, right? It's good, right? But that's for a different day. Here, your SharePoint, which is part of your Office 365, part of what you already pay, right? It can replace your server, right? If you're buying a new server, you're probably looking at $6,000 to $10,000 to $12,000, depending on the requirements, right? As a rule of thumb, let's say $6,000 to $7,000. But here you have everything already paying. Why buy a server? Why waste money? Now, so everybody needs to have their own login and password and stuff, right? So in Office 365, everybody has their own username and password. Sometimes it syncs with the server on site, but we're not talking about on-site server here. So if you have Windows 10 Pro, you could join your PCs into Azure Active Directory. Again, it's part of your subscription, and that way everybody has same username password for their emails, PC logins, and everybody has their own one. So this is just the basic. Each business could be different, and your requirements could be different, but this should explain better why you need a server, why don't you need a server. If you ask me, I would say most businesses don't need a server, right? If you need further help, get in touch with us, and we can absolutely help you. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like and comment below. And for more good stuff, more useful tips and tricks, follow our company LinkedIn page, as well as subscribe to our YouTube channel. You have a great day. Thank you.